Coach, if you wouldn't mind just making a statement about the game.
Both teams played hard. I thought their quarterback was really, really good. And I think just when it came down to quality execution, they did a heck of a job.
Had some adversity with your quarterback going out in the first half. How did you feel about the way your backup played?
It was good for him to play. And I think he's had, one series prior to that, so it was good for him to be involved.
How weird is this season? It just seems like every time you turn around, something different's happening, whether it's the COVID situation or injuries or things like that.
I mean, football, I don't think any two seasons are exactly the same. Each year is a little bit different, and really each week is too.
Elijah, just talk about how you felt you and your team played tonight.
I think we played all right. Definitely we could do better. Yeah. We need to do better in the next coming weeks. The week next week.
Talk about Boise comes out, gets a touchdown on their first offensive play. How important was it for you guys to show that you could just drive back and score just as easily?
Yeah, that was a big thing that was on our minds. Like, gotta come right back at them. We're down 7. Gotta put points up on the board. So, yeah.
Obviously, it's a weird kind of season. How's the locker room right now after a couple of losses in a row? What's the mindset in there right now?
Keep going for the next one. Play by play, just get better. Yeah, we're confident. I feel like we're confident. So,
can you talk about the difference between Hazik and Warren came in the game? Did you guys see anything different? I mean, obviously they're different guys, but same leadership.
Yeah, same leadership. There was no fall off, drop off. It's two great quarterbacks. So.
How do you look ahead now? You got a big game next weekend at Army. Kind of a refocus because it's not in the Mountain West Conference, but tell us how you're looking forward to that game.
Just keep rolling. Just try to get better every day through practice. We practice hard. Practice sometimes harder than the games. So just keep practicing hard.
West Point is, I think, 5-1 now. You guys have lost a couple in a row. Could this be maybe the turning point for you guys if you can turn it around against the Black Knights?
Yeah, I think so. I think this gives us a good opportunity to do well, to change the season, how it's going right now.
Yeah, Corvan, obviously you're one of the newer guys here on this defense too. What was this challenge like to see a team like this with, that level of execution?
I think it was good for us. We knew they were a good team and they executed really well. And I think it's good for us to get this game out of the way now and learn from it and just move on to the next game.
Okay. And how backbreaking was that sequence right before the half? You guys were playing back and forth and they got it and scored, in 35 seconds to make it a 2-score game.
Yeah, that was super tough for us. We just got to play better and execute better in our 2-minute and hold them for the half ends.
Yeah, what was the atmosphere like in Falcon Stadium with even fewer cadets and, against a top 25 team too? Like, did it feel like a big game?
It was a big game to us, and I try not to focus on the crowd or who's in there or who's in the stadium or not. And it definitely was a big game for us, and we tried to play like that.
How different was this than San Jose State? Just from a skill standpoint.
From a skill standpoint, it was just they execute a lot better. They're a really well coached football team, and they execute well, and they know what they want and how they're going to get it. So.
And when you guys heard that they were going with the number 2 quarterback, did you know a lot about Sears and his style?
We knew a little bit about it. He played a little bit against Utah State, so we definitely had a beat on him. So.
One more question, Corvan. 2 conference games in a row, you've had been on the wrong side of the scoreboard. How are you guys looking? What's the locker room like as you head to an Army game next week?
We're just going to keep our heads up and look forward to Army. That's the only thing on our mind right now.
And Army's having a decent season so far. But obviously you guys won the first leg of the Commander-in-Chief's Trophy. This is a huge goal for you guys next weekend, right?
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to just focus up, and it's one goal right now.
Obviously, score aside, to be kind of a featured back, and getting, I think you had 10 carries in the first half. What's it like to have this role now in this offense?
It feels good. Just to be out there with my teammates, my brothers. So, yeah, I'm really happy to be out there and just contribute as much as I can.
And, when you were going through what you had to go through last year, did you still see this light at the end of the tunnel, or were there times you wanted to bail, on football, on the academy? Like, what was that like for you?
I have a great support system around me, and people that kept me going. And I mean, I have an amazing group of teammates around me too. So I just kept my head up and kept pushing forward, and really leaned on them during hard times. So.
Okay. And the way you guys ran on the first two possessions, what changed after that? Was it just some of those penalties that took you out of down and distance? What do you think the difference was the rest of the game?
I mean, Boise played a great game. Not to take anything away from them, but we just got to execute better, and every man has to hit their assignments well. And I don't think we did that good enough, especially in the second half. So we just got a lot to improve on.
Okay. And randomly, I've seen a lot of stuff on social media with you and workouts. What is your best 40 time that you've clocked?
I think spring, freshman year in a 4.32. Yeah.
And do you consider yourself a running back or a receiver?
I'm willing to do anything to try to contribute to the team and help my team win. So I don't really care what I'm playing. I just want to be out there, and it doesn't really matter to me.
Okay. And what's the mood of the team like after dropping two straight?
I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I mean, we're keeping our heads up, and we know who we have next week. So we're just gonna watch the film, get in the weight room, and continue to push forward and just learn from our mistakes this last game.
And yeah, in a weird year like this, if you were to beat Army and get that trophy, does that kind of make up for whatever else is going to happen in 2020?
I mean, it's always good to just win games. I mean, we still got to execute better, and I think it would feel great to go out there and win a CIC. So we're looking forward to it, and we're just going to keep pushing and moving forward.